my teacher Jeevita, and in today's video we'll be learning lesson number 1, decimal fractions. So what is a decimal fraction? You have already learned what is fraction, right? So what is a fraction? If I write example 7 by 10, what do you mean by this? In a whole, you divide it into 10 pieces, and in that 7 pieces are taken away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the meaning of fraction. This fraction can be written in decimal form. How to do that we will be learning in this video. So let's go to this lesson. So children, always decimal fraction will be with the denominator tens or hundreds or thousands and so on. So now let's take a decimal with denominator 10. Now let's take a number 7 by 10 as I showed you. Now how will I write this fraction in decimal form? We have to see the denominator 10. How many zeros it has? It has only one zero. Therefore, you know what is decimals? Means you should have a decimal point, right? After the decimal point, how many numbers you should have, that will be decided by this denominator. You have only one zero, that means after decimal point, you should have only one number. So I have only one number here, that number I will be placing after decimal point. So if I don't have any number to place here, I am going to write 0. So let me show you one more example. I am going to take a 3-digit number divided by 10. What did I say? After decimal number, how many digits I should have? Only one digit. So in this last here digit will be written in the decimal part. The remaining numbers will be written in the whole number part. You have already learned about decimals, right children? The number which is to the left side of the decimal part is called whole number part. This is whole number part. The number which is to the right side of the decimal part is called decimal numbers. So this you have already learned in the decimal lesson. So you are clear? If I have 1 0 in my denominator, that means after my decimal point, I should have only one number. That is why I write the last one digit in decimal part and other two I have written here. This is the easy way I am saying you. Actually, how you do it? You take this 327 and divide it by 10. Okay? When you divide it by 10, what is the answer you get? 10 3s are 30. 2 remainder, adding the 7. 10 2s are 20. And I write 7. So I have still a remainder. What should I do? I should keep a decimal point and write 0 here. And now 10 7s are 70. This is how actually you convert the fraction into decimal. But instead of doing such a long method, I am teaching a simple way. So I'll show you one more example now. I have only 2 digits. Now I am dividing with 10. So how many digits I should have after my decimal point? Only one digit. So which digit I will choose? I choose the ones place, 4. I write it after my decimal point, and then the remaining number I write it in whole number part. So 14 by 10 is nothing but 1.4 in decimals. This is how we write decimals when I have denominator 10. Now what about denominator 100? If you have understood with denominator 10, then the denominator 100 is also very easy. So let us take a number. So I have 2 zeros in the denominator. So after my decimal, how many numbers I should have? I should have 2 numbers. So let us take both this number write it off after my decimal point. Before my decimal point, I don't have any number to write, so I write 0. So this was easy. Now what if I have a single digit now? So now I have kept my decimal point. So after my decimal points, how many numbers I should have? I should have 2 numbers. But I have only one number here. What will I do? I will write a 0 next to this and take this both the numbers and write it here. Understood, children? You have to add the 0 to the tens place to your left side, not to the right side. What happens if you add it to the right side? 4 becomes 40. The value has changed. The value should never change. If I add it to the left side, it is 4 only. The value doesn't change. That is why I add it to my left side. So my number is 0.04. If your 100 is written like this. Now what if I have 1000? I have only single number divided by 1000. After my decimal point, how many numbers I should have? 3 numbers. So I should add how many zeros here to make 3 numbers? 2 zeros. So I have 3 numbers now. Write that numbers here. And I don't have any number in the whole number part. Write 0. So this is how I write my fraction to decimal. So if we are clear with this, I will let's go for the exercise part. Before going for exercise part, one more point to be clear, that is how to read the decimals. So how you read this number? Normally how you read the number? 0 and this is a point. So you should write it as point. 0 point. Will you read it as 13? Yeah, you people read it as 13, but that is not correct. You should not read it as 13. You should read it as 0.13, 0.04. If I write a number like this, it can be written as 7.13, 10.24. This is how we should read a decimal number. Writing also the same thing, we'll write it in words. If I have 10.24, I write 10.24. The same how I pronounce, I'll be writing in words. So we have cleared with this. Now let's go for the exercise part, children. I want everyone to open a textbook. You're going to open your new Sem 2 textbook. Open the math side, page number 79. Okay. This is the lesson. Now we are going for the exercise part. So you should open page number 82. Page number 82. Let's start working the problems. I'll be writing the answers for you and I want everyone to copy it in your textbooks. The first exercise 1.1, page number 82. First name. First one. Now let's read the first question. The first question is 7 hundredths. So what is this hundredths? Means the place values, children. So I have to first introduce you to the place values here. So let me first explain the place values here. You all know the place values ones, tens, hundreds, thousand and so on. Okay. Now we will be learning about the place values after the decimal point. After the decimal point, you have the number, you know. The place value of that number is 1 by 10. Or you also write it as tenths. T-E-N-T-H-S. Tenths. The next place value is hundredths. It's not hundred, it is hundredths. H-U-N-D-R-E-D-T-H-S. Hundredths. Similarly, the number next will be thousandths. THOUSAND, thousandths. This is thousand, this is thousandths. So you can see the difference. Okay. So now the question, if you see, they have given 700ths. It's not 100, it is hundredths. So where should I write that number? I should write it in hundredths place. 7. So what should I write in front here? 0 and 0 here. Decimal point. 0 and 0 here. So this will be my first answer. So I write it here. The first answer is 0.07. After my decimal, first place is tenths, second place is hundredths, third place is thousandths. Now see the second question, 32 and 500ths. 32 is normal number, okay? So how you write 32? 30 in tens place, 2 in ones place, 32. And if you see, it is dot. Point. What they have given? 500ths. So in hundredths place, I have 5. They have not given tenths. So I will write 0 here. So my second answer is 32.05. What's my third answer? 2 tenths. If you see the spelling there, it is tenth. So, decimal point, this is the 10th place, right? So, I write 2 here. 2 tenth. And there is no number in front of the decimal, so I write 0. So, my third answer is 0.2. What's my fourth answer? Actually, this is the fourth answer, student. Let me wait. Third answer. This is the fourth answer which we did now. It is 0.2. The third one is 22 and 908 thousandths. Children, there is a spelling mistake in the third question. They have written 22 and 900. It's not 100. Please add TH in last here. You have 100. Add TH after that. Similarly, you have 1000. Add TH after that. Okay, this is third question. Please make this correction in your textbook. So the question is 22. So 22 is 22 and 900ths. In hundredths place I should write 9 and 8 thousandths. In 8 thousandths place I should write 8. So what about in tenths place? I should write 0. So this is my third answer, children. 22.098. So next one, 7 and 67 hundredths. So see this carefully. I have 7 and 67 hundredths. So I write both in this place value? No, I can't. So what I should do is, I write 6 here, 7 in thousands place. And here I write 0. So my fifth answer is, here I write 7.067. This is my fifth answer. Now other 5 answers I want you to try and write the numbers. Let's go for second one. Write the decimal word form. They have given you the number. You have to write the decimal words. So we mean the first one is 42.513. So how will you write it? You can write it in a normal way like how I said you. 42.513, or you can also write like how they gave it in your first mean. So I will be showing you both. For first one, I'll show you the way that you have seen in your first main. 42. So write FOURT 40. Excuse me. So the first answer is FORTY 40. 2. When you have a decimal point, you write AND. 42 and 5. In which place it is? It is in 10th place. So you should write 10. 5 tens. 100. REDTHS. 100. 3,000. THS. Thousand. So this is how they have shown you in the previous main. So now let's go for the B. You have 74.846. You can write it in this way also. So I'll show you the another way of writing it. 74.846. So this is the other way of writing. So which is comfortable for you, you can choose it, children. If you don't remember the place values and you get confused in writing the place values, don't write it. Follow this method. Okay? And if you are perfect with your place values, you can write it in this format. So let's go for C1. In C1, you have 56.657. So let's write 56.657. Children, please write it in rough book and practice along with me, so that if you have any doubts, you can ask me in the interactive session. The next one is 99.279. 99.279. Next E1 is 7.996. 7.996. So this is of the second main. The other 5 sums are for you to practice. Now turn your pages and write third main. Write the decimals. They have given you in fraction. You have to write it in the decimal form. So let's go for the third main now. Third main. The first one is 6 by 10. So 10 means after decimal point you should have only one digit. So you should write 6 here. The other place will be 0. So the answer is 0.6. B1, 12 by 100. So after decimal point, 2 numbers, that is 1, 2. The other point is 0. C1, 65 by 100. After decimal point, I should have 2 numbers. So I will write 65 here and 0 in whole number part. So now I will show you next E. Before going to E, it's simple. So let me take F. It is 225 by 100. Means after decimal point I should have 2 numbers. So I will write 5 and 2 here, 2 numbers. And the left over number will be my whole part. I'll show you one more in that. G. I have 175 divided by 1000. So this C number should be after my decimal point. So the answer will be 0.175. So the other sums I want you to try it out. Now let's go for the fourth main. Write the mixed decimal. So I'll show you how to write this, children. It is also very simple. So fourth main, see the first sum, you have 5, 6 by 10. So what you should do is, 5 will be my whole number and my decimal number here. Plus, how do you write 6 by 10? 0.6. So when you add these numbers, what is the answer you get? You get 5.6. So this is my final answer. Now let's write the next one. B 25 5 by 10. So it is 25 plus 0.5. My answer is 25.5. Now I'll go for the higher numbers. So I'll take the H1, 1024, 32 by 100. So my answer will be 1024 plus 0.32. 32 by 100 can be written as 0.32. So when I add it, I get 1024.32. So next one is, I'll show you G1, children. It is a little different, not difficult, it's just different. I'll show you the G1. 425 8 by 1000. So what is the answer for this? 425 plus 0.008. This is the fraction part, this is the decimal part. So when you add this both, what you get? 425.008. This is the answer. So let's go for the last main. Convert the mixed decimal into fractions. So they have given in the decimal part, you have to write it in fraction part. First one 1.2. So this one is written as, all children, because after my decimal point I have only one number, it can be written as 12 by 10. Okay? But they have not asked you to write like this. They have asked you to write mixed fractions. So it should not be in this form. It should be in mixed fraction form. So how to write that? You write 1 as it is and plus you write 0.2. This 0.2 you should write it in fraction form. How to write this in fraction form? It is 2 by 10. Right? So my answer would be 2 by 10. Okay. Now let's go for the higher sums. I take G 10.008. So if you split it, what you can get? 10 plus 0.008. 10 will be as it is. Write this in fraction form. You have 1, 2, 3 numbers after decimal. That means you should divide it by 1000. And the number here is 8. So write 8. This is the answer. Next is H 98.25. So split it up first. 98 plus 0.25. So write 98 as it is. 25. You have 2 decimal numbers. So you should divide by 100. And both the numbers I'll write it here. This is my answer. Now let's go for J1 now. 8.68. Split it up. 8 plus 0.68. 8 as it is. 68. You have two decimal numbers, so 100 and write the number 68 here. So this is the main children, 5th main. I hope you have understood. Any doubts you'll be asking me in the interactive session, and I want everyone to write the answers in your textbook. I'll be checking in the interactive session. Okay children, thank you. Bye-bye.